Hey everyone, how are you? Happy new moon in Taurus. Oof, I'm so excited to see you all. So, I'm really excited tonight to be debuting a new deck, the Modern Witch Tarot deck. But first, before I start talking about everything I want to talk about, or at least I'm going to sage first, before I get ahead of myself. Sorry, I had pizza for dinner. But I just couldn't wait to come live with you guys. Oh, hello, Shelly K239. There we go. Because I've literally been channeling all day. And I have a format that I feel like it's really a game changer in a sense, or going to be very inspiring. So there's a couple things that let me get my sage here that started popping in my mind today, and one of them was the quote by Sir Isaac Newton: "If I have seen further, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants." And I think the way I heard it in my head was "we stand upon the shoulders of giants," which is a phrase that I've heard my teacher use quite often. And it's true. And it's something I wanted to talk about because I don't think we always give enough credit to the people who have come before us, who have bared the brunt of the weight. You know what I mean? Well, not in some ways, you know what I mean? What do I mean? Well, when you think about the word witch, it has negative, sometimes people see it in a negative way. But it's not negative. It's literally talking about knowledge. Because the word witch derives from an old English word that means wise one. So why is wisdom evil? And of course you could go into a lot of rabbit holes and rationalizations, but that's what I was thinking about today. I was thinking about those two things. So I was thinking about the origins of the word witch and ancestor, really, the ancient ones. They're so wise, and God, these poor women were burnt at the stake for trying to commune with nature. And now that's kind of we seek that in our physical world. And so I was just thinking about that, and that kind of came to mind. And then, I started thinking about numbers. So this is crazy how it all came together. How the scientist and witches kind of melded today in my mind when I was thinking about knowledge, essentially. And, hello, how are you? The Mystic Tree Bard. And so the first thing I thought of was that quote, and I had to look up who said it, which is, "If I have seen further, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants." And I thought of it as, we stand upon the shoulders of giants, which, is talking about the people who have come before us, and it's thanks to their discoveries that we're able to make our discoveries, So I had that in my mind. And then I started thinking about what kind of spread I wanted to do. Oh, hello, Wild Reiki LA. Hi, how are you? And the numbers 3, 6, and 9 came up. And it's interesting. So to me, they related back to Hecate, who is a gatekeeper, so to speak. She's a protectress of the crossroads. She's I don't even know if I could call her a witch. She's a goddess, you know what I mean? She's a gatekeeper. And so I was thinking about that because those are numbers that I see all the time. And I just started thinking 3, 6, and 9, my teacher has said before that they're the most important numbers in the universe. But guess who else those numbers are related to? Nikola Tesla, who's another scientist who's these are renowns, Sir Isaac Newton, Nikola Tesla, and notice they're not all women. So, I try to find ways to incorporate both the divine masculine and feminine. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't even actually on purpose. It was just me thinking or channeling. This is like how this all comes together in my mind. So then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, 3, 6, and 9, when you're listening to music, there's everything in... Nikola Tesla believed that everything was in the universe. You would know the secrets if you focused on frequency and vibration. Like, everything could be discovered through that. And so, the solfeggio frequencies are kind of like... I'm probably not going to do this description justice, but they're tones that align certain chakras in your body, certain energy centers. And 3, 6, and 9 is the one for your root chakra. And 6, 3, and 9 is the one for your heart chakra. And 9, 6, and 9, 6, 3 is the one for your crown chakra. And I'm like, whoa, so that's our human body, right? And then I stumbled across this article. I'm gonna have to just post the link because it's kind of long and I can't remember. And of course, all of it's on my phone. I do all of this on my phone. But, oh, that's my cue to close the window, isn't it? But anyhow, before I lose my train of thought. So I found this article, right? And because I just looked up, what did I look up? Oh, the spiritual significance of 3, 6, and 9. And then my mind got further blown because tonight, let's bring it back to tonight, is a new moon in Taurus. And Taurus is an earth sign. So, all these things seemed very mystical. But actually, the numbers 3, 6, and 9, I mean, again, it does represent the root chakra. Also, hold on, let me close the window real quick. I'll be right back. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. So, the numbers 3, 6, and 9 also represent, and I learned this from this article, the divine realm in the physical world. And I mean, this article goes into it, but I just thought how cool, because I've really been trying to deal with the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and looking at them, and then the integration, and I think it's in these numbers. So I got really excited. So it started off as wanting to honor Hecate, and because I see those numbers all the time, I'll see the time where it's 6:39, and I'm like, oh my god, and yeah, it's just kind of one of those synchronicities. But yeah, so 3, 6, and 9 represent the divine realm in the physical world. All right, what else did I want to tell you? And then it's just amazing. You could go down a whole rabbit hole with it. For example, so they think of 9 as the number of the universe. And so there's all these things that add up to that, but even more so, how many months are in a year? 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3. How many hours are in a day? 24. What's 2 plus 4? 6. And it just, oh, hi, Rox. Oh, very cool. Oh my god. Yay, you do Reiki. That's awesome. Oh, I like it. I love the Wild Reiki LA. That's a cool name. Awesome. Hello. But yeah, so anyhow, I just really, was inspired by this number sequence and how it's everywhere in the universe. How many degrees are in a circle? 360. What's 3 plus 6? 9. What makes up half of a circle? 180 degrees. What's 1 plus 8? 9. You could go on forever, and I really was. I just kept doing this to my parents, actually, all throughout dinner. And my mom, who's, a huge Nikola Tesla fan, and also a Reiki master, by the way, was, just smiling because she already knows this. But there was one new discovery I made, and I didn't realize I was going to share this, but here we go. Oh, that's so awesome. You've been working with animals? That's so cool. Animals are, talk about divine, manifested. I have a cat, and she's the love of my life. She's a full-bred Persian, but I found her, which is unheard of. I mean, she kind of came to me. It was really weird on she's not doing so good. I don't know. She had been out for a while, and it's like 14 years ago now, because she'll be 15 and at the end of July. But I love animals so much, so that's very cool. That's awesome. As you can probably hear, my whole neighborhood, we love animals. Yes, Buffy! So you know, I'm kind of obsessed with my cat. So if you've met me, chances are you know about her. But yeah, I love animals, and the whole neighborhood does. That's my neighborhood. My neighbor's dogs barking. If you hear them, I think I closed the window, but you're definitely still gonna hear them. But it's all good. Shoot, what was I? Okay, so we were talking about 3, 6, and 9. Oh, I was going to tell you about my discovery. All right, well, here we go. So the numbers. So the other thing I was talking about at the beginning of this video, just in case you guys didn't hear, was the word witch and the negative connotations, and the fact that it actually goes back to, you know, Wicca or Wiki, W-I-C-C-E, which means wise one. And I feel like wisdom, you know, is hidden sometimes. That can be actually quite empowering. So I was thinking about this 3, 6, and 9 thing and reading this article, and then I started thinking about the number 666 and how everyone's afraid of it, and woo. And then I realized something. Ready? Wait for it. 6 plus 6 plus 6. It's 3 6s. The number is 6. If you add 6 plus 6 plus 6, it equals 18. What's 1 plus 8? 9. So is it really a bad number? I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. So like anyhow, so if you're just joined, you can always go back and watch the beginning, but we're talking about the numbers 3, 6, and 9. And the concept, the larger concept I really wanted to talk about was that quote by Sir Isaac Newton, which is, "We stand on like the shoulders of giants," or the exact quote is, "If I have seen further, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants." And to me, I kind of want to pay homage to that tonight, because there's been so much demonization of like wisdom sometimes, especially when it comes from a woman, and especially when it comes from nature. But I just kind of wanted to pay respect to, I guess, our ancestors, who had it a lot worse than us and were like burned at the stake. And now we have tarot cards that are called Modern Witch, and they're sold in Spencer's. You know, that's where I got this, and it just like kind of blows my mind, and it makes me feel both grateful to be living in this time, but then also like actually a huge amount of just like empathy and a little bit of pain for just our ancestors and what they went through. But I feel like one way we can pay it forward is to keep that wisdom alive and be wise ones ourselves, and always remember where it came from. So with that being said, I'm going to open a circle, and I'm going to be using this deck tonight. It's the Modern Witch Tarot. It's awesome. It's so inclusive. It's also hilarious. On the back there's a card that's like portraying the Ten of Swords, which is a rather serious card. It talks about coming to the end of a difficult time, but if you see underneath it, it says everything is fine. And like I feel like that's what we've had to do this year. It's like we may feel like swords are in our back, but we're like, everything's fine, and we just kind of keep going. And sometimes this all seems so serious, and it is, but at the same time, we need to take a step back sometimes and just laugh. And I think that kind of helps us move forward still. So, oh, yay, 100%, good. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page. I was so excited to come live. So I'm going to pull 6 cards from this deck. This is my new one. And then, because we do stand on the shoulders of giants, I figured, well, I'll incorporate these guys too. So I'm going to pull 3 on the bottom of that. And then we will have the numbers 3 and 6, which equal 9. So we'll have 9 cards total using the numbers 3, 6, and 9. The most important numbers of the universe, because that represents the divine realm in the physical world, which all comes back to the sign of Taurus, which is an earth sign. So we do want to talk about the physical world. I mean, we do live here, but let's bring the divine into the physical world. Because once you do that, you're really engaging with your ability to create and manifest. And you understand part of the secrets of the universe, because numbers are the language of the universe. You know what I mean? It's the thing that makes up music, you know? Oh my God, thank you so much, the Mystical Tree Bard. Oh, it's me. I'm Taurus. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm Taurus rising, but that's so cool. I love Taurus. I love you guys, because you guys are like grounded and just like down to earth. I don't know. I love y'all. And I seem that. I'm a Sagittarius, but you know, at least I can hopefully like play along with you guys sometimes. But yeah, I love Tauruses. So yeah, you're definitely going to feel this full moon. So that's how I felt this full moon tonight, like a connecting with our ancestors. So we'll see what comes up. I'm going to try to leave the rest open to interpretation, because that was like a pretty big download, I guess you could say, that happened today. So, but I want the rest to see what plays out here. So if you just want to roll your shoulders back and call your energy into present time, I'm going to open a circle and then we'll get some cards out and see what's going on. All right. Deep breath in and out. Okay. Guides and guardians of the East, element of air, we welcome you into the circle tonight. Thank you for being here to give us messages that are clear and easy to understand and will help us move forward on our path in a positive way. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. Guides and guardians of the South, element of fire, thank you for being here tonight. You know, fire is across the wheel from Earth, and it's a good thing to always work with the opposing element, as you know. Thank you for helping us burn clean all that no longer serves us tonight, and welcome in transformation that will serve our lives in a positive way. Show us how we can be the phoenix rising from the ashes. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. Guides and guardians of the West, element of water, thank you for being here tonight to cleanse and purify all that needs it. And thank you for being here to welcome in messages of flow and prosperity into our lives that will help us move in this earth in a positive way that's soft and gentle. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. And guides and guardians of the North, element of earth, it is your moon tonight. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, this is you guys. This is Taurus new moon. And we welcome you in, ancestors of the light, spirit guides, guardian angels. Thank you for being here, element of earth, to give us messages that provide us with grounding and stability. Thank you for bringing in messages that will allow us to bring or to manifest strong foundations in this physical world that also connect us to the divine. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. I welcome in all guides and guardians of light and love and nothing else. And with that, the circle is open. Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, aho, and so it is. Woof. All right. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you're Sag too? Nice, nice. All right, so we've got some fire and earth in the house. That is great. Because, like I said, fire, it's always good to work with the element that's like across the medicine wheel. And I use the Lakota one. So it's earth in the north, air in the east, fire in the south, and west, and water in the west. But yeah, so that's the one I use. And to represent that tonight, I'm actually burning my candle, which I can't believe I got lit because the wick was doing a thing. But yeah, so I'm burning that for sure. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to pull 6 cards from the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I'm going to say one quick prayer over them, and then we're going to see what wants to come out. And here's the Everything is Fine card. I took it out because I thought, I don't know, it made me laugh. I don't know if it should have or not, but it was one of those laughs of like, oh, I think everyone can relate to these feelings of like carrying on even when it feels like this sometimes. And just reminds us that we're resilient and badass and that we can have a sense of humor even in the darkest of times. And here's a little thing in the beginning of the deck. It says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. So I love that. Love that so much. We have a little cute guidebook. And here we go. Okay, so just one more prayer. Dear God and Goddess, thank you for giving us messages of the highest love, light, and truth on this new moon in Taurus. Thank you for giving us messages that will serve our highest good and the highest good of all in perfect time. Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Aho. And so it is. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to shuffle them 3 times because that feels good. And then we'll see what flies out. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, they're slippery. That's the only thing, but I kind of like it because it makes me grip them a little harder. And they're nice and long. Why am I physically describing the cards? I don't know. But here we go. Alright, this is the last shuffle. Like this. And then let me see if I can actually move my phone back just so you can see when the cards fly out here. I have a pretty packed altar right now, so okay, that's good. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what wants to come out. So I am curious how you guys have been feeling this energy. Did you feel it today? I would be curious to know. All right, so right off the bat, we have some earth energy in the house. So we got the 6 of Pentacles. That's the first card here. This is about the 6. Just saying, if 3, 6, and 9 come up in this, I don't even know what I'm going to do. But 6 of Pentacles is about equal give and take. So, and this is the first card out. So it's talking about a time in the past where there was, yeah, because it's upright and I'm feeling it where there was, or we were dealing with that lesson of equal give and take. So that's good. I feel, it's funny, I was thinking about that card earlier today and now I can't remember why, but, it's interesting. I think some of us are so good at giving, but like, then we're not very good at receiving when it's our turn to receive. So, I don't know if I'm convinced by them because they didn't fly out. But I'm going to take them nonetheless because I feel like I should. Okay, so a bunch just came out. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I like it because this card. Look, she's giving them gifts. And that was a question that came up that I saw my teacher ask today. Like, do you feel worthy of receiving? And the answer kind of has to be yes. So it doesn't kind of have to. It does have to be yes. So just find where you're at on the spectrum. Like, could you be giving more? Could you be receiving more? And just like think about it. There's no hard answers that need to come up. And we just need one more card here. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna pull one. Shoot, I can't. Okay, that's all right. I can't pull one more because I said I was gonna stick to 6 cards. Well, drats. Think that through. Well, let's see. We have some challenging cards. And it's interesting. I didn't read the whole beginning, but I didn't notice descriptions for reversals in here. So that's all right. But it also makes me wonder if they consider reversals to be a thing. I do. So we'll see. We'll read it we'll read it intuitively. So first off, we have the Six of Pentacles. We kind of already talked about that. So this is a time in the recent past where there was give and take, or we were thinking about equal give and take. And when it comes to resources and our finances, the things that we have in our physical environment. So this is going to be different for everybody. But we have some difficult energy after it. So the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords in reverse. So upright, it talks about a new mindset coming in. And in reverse, it shows us kind of like stuck in the old one. Which may have been something to do with our worth. Oh, that's okay. Yes, lots of resistance and wonky energy. Yeah, there has been. I don't even know how to explain the energy recently. But I think that happens like right before there is like some sort of a breakthrough. It's like the energy can seem static because it's like it's the final resistance before stuff breaks. So, yeah, so this is being stuck in an old mindset. Then this is interesting. So after that, we have the Six of Cups. So upright, this is talking about, I think I actually do know what this is about here. So it's talking about a time in the past where we're like thinking about good memories. Now in reverse, we might be thinking about bad memories. So that's probably what needs to change here. Maybe we're thinking about a time where there wasn't equal give and take, where we were doing all the giving and not receiving, or whatever it is for us. This is like kind of holding on to old beliefs based on things of the past. And actually, whether they were good or bad, it's still old. This is old energy that we need to break through. And then there's one more card in the present. All right, I can't lie, there's a lot of challenging cards, but don't worry because we still have to pull the 3 cards from this. So I'm hoping that these will all be upright, and we can get some more insight there. But yeah, so the next card up is the Chariot. So I swear that, like, I can't even remember because, like, if this showed up in our collective readings last time. But I feel like it's shown up in some personal readings and things like that of people that I've read for. So the Chariot in reverse, and I swear it did show up in our last reading, is our destiny being delayed. So that's interesting. There hasn't been forward movement because we haven't let go of this old mindset. So really something does need to shift. The universe is asking us. This becomes a very important card of like what needs to shift? Where can there be an equal give and take when it comes to resources, or a more equal give and take? Where are you on this scale? Because something has to give, frankly, for our destiny to kind of come in, this like new chapter, you know what I mean? And it does. So the next card up is the Hierophant. It's the 5th card of the tarot, Major Arcana card, and it's upright, thank goodness. So we're probably going to read what the guidebook has to say about this one, because I'm feeling it strongly. It does talk about our beliefs, our religious beliefs, but more than religion, spiritual beliefs. Oh, is it good? Well, good. The cards are reading your energy if it's what's going on good. So yeah, so this card really does talk about traditions, frankly. So it's really interesting because this is how I felt the energy was like. Beliefs that have been passed down for like so long. And like I think I even said yesterday when I was beginning to tap into this energy, I was talking about conditioning, and I watched like a lot of astrology the night before because I really do feel like it explains a lot of the tarot, and just the readings I get, it's incredible. But they were talking about a lot of conditioning and things like that with this moon, and what do you really want versus what society wants you to want. You know, like there's a million commercials thrown at us every day saying, oh, you need these diet pills, because if you get these diet pills, your whole life will be different. You need to go on this juice cleanse. If I hear the juice cleanse commercial one more time, I can't. I mean, nothing wrong with the juice cleanse, but you don't, like, but it's like it takes away your capacity to choose what you want. So, and it's very hard to not be affected by this at all. It's pretty impossible, but it's just asking you to come back to like your needs. And I guess one way this is showing up in my life that I can talk about is like one of my goals, physical, like 3D goals, I guess you could say, is to get an apartment. And I found these really luxurious apartments, but it's like, oof. I mean, I didn't even look at the prices yet, and I was going to go explore it, and it's like really close to work. But here's the thing. I was thinking of something totally different. And like, yeah, it'd be really impressive to live in these like luxurious apartments so close to work, but like, is that what I really want? So that's like one example of how it's showing up for me. Could be showing up in like obviously a plethora of ways. But this is even more spiritual than that. This is like, do you want the 9 to 5 or do you want to start your own business? Or how are you going to do both? It's like, it's challenging us to think of our traditions in like a new way, basically to make new traditions based on what we actually want instead of what we've been conditioned to want. So we're going to read this one. And then this one is just like basically saying, it's Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We can't receive the gift until we shift our mindset. And that's like a big pill to swallow. But it's what's coming up in the cards. And so we've got to find a way to shift our mindset. And so, because on the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers in reverse here. Card 6 of the tarot. I'm just seeing if there's any other 6s. Oh my God, there is. There's 3 6s in this reading, but some of them are upside down. So we have the 6 of Pentacles. That was the first card out. And then the 6 of Cups was, I actually think, the third card out. I like reversed the, oh my, so yeah. And then this was on the bottom of the deck, card 6. So if you were at the, here for the beginning, I was talking about, you know, 666, thought of as a evil number, not really true. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is like 3, and then so it's 3 6s, so it's 3, 6, and 9. And then if you add 6 plus 6 plus 6, it's 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So it's really talking about the universe. So it's not a bad number. Anywho, so the Lovers in reverse, that talks about the inability to make a decision. Yeah, so there is a lot of resistance. A lot. So let's see if we can break through some of that with the Goddess Tarot. So I'm going to pull that out. And I'll also post this too. So definitely be sure to check that out, because I feel like there's additional messages where you can really spend some time looking at the cards. So we'll see. But yeah, let me just... So this is the part where I wanted to do the modern Witch Tarot first and get that perspective. And then I wanted to do the whole standing on the shoulders of giants. So we're about to bring out the giants now. So everyone take another deep breath. And I'm going to say one more quick prayer and we'll pull 3 more cards. Okay. Dear God and Goddess, thank you for providing us with the ancient wisdom we need to move forward in a positive way. How can we, please give us messages that will allow us to move forward in our destiny, on our path, in a way that serves our highest good and the highest good of all, in perfect time. Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, aho, and so it is. All right. Okay. So I shuffled the last ones. 3 3 times and pulled 6 cards. Maybe I'll shuffle these 6. It's hard to shuffle on top of cards here, but I'm going to do it. So let me know if you have any questions so far or any thoughts and feelings. What can I say about Taurus? So the other one thing I guess I should mention is it is a time or a night to set intentions revolving around money, because Taurus is a sign that's associated with money, and May is a month that's associated with money. So if you are working with those intentions, tonight would be a powerful night to set it. I also do feel this like strongly though, as like, what are you going to do with that money you want? You know what I mean? That's something to think about. Like, what do you, yeah, like, what's your simple dream? Like, that you don't tell anyone because it doesn't add up to society's, like, you know, what you should want, type thing. So what I would say is, what are you going to do with that money once you get it? Because it's one thing to ask for, like, $80,000. What are you going to do with the $80,000? Because that's powerful to just know. I mean, gosh. Knowing what you want is a really powerful position to be in, because you've got a chance to call it in. So that's 5. I think that's 5. I'm going to do one more here. This will be 6. Okay. And then we'll see. Oof, the anticipation though. All right, here we go. Okay. 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 All right, so we've got Tara, the Fool. She's out here. And I want the other 2 to fly. To really, really fly. Oh. All right. 3 of Staves, the 3 of Wands. Okay, this is a great card. I'm going to break these down in 1 second. Okay. Let's see, one more. Okay, reversal. All right, that's okay. Okay. All right. So here we go. So we start off with Tara, and she is the Fool in this deck. And we can read what it says, but the Fool talks about a risk worth taking. So whatever it is that we want, it's important to remember that it is worth doing. It is worth pursuing. And that's the main thing to know with the Fool. It's like, it's okay to try. Like, if you want to date, try. You know, if you want to, like, apply to a new job, try. Like, just try. Whatever that thing is, just try. Like, do it. It's okay. This is the universe encouraging you to start something new. Again, with the new mindset. This is like doing it. Doing the new thing. And then I do really love the 3 of Wands after it, because the 3 of Wands talks about expansion, like expanding your perspective. So maybe like you don't have to completely let something go, but you at least have to zoom out to a wider view and be able to look at something from a different perspective. And that's really what the 3 of Wands or Staves is all about. It's about like looking out and knowing and seeing that thing you want coming in through like an expansion of your perspective. And I'm trying to think of a good way to like describe that. Like, but it's just visioning really what you want. Like, okay, so like maybe, I don't know if I really want those luxurious apartments. What do I want? I want an apartment with character that I can completely fill with my own personality, you know, and like, what would that look like? Well, it would have really cool wall hangings and a lot of wind chimes and, you know, a space for all my crystals, you know, like that kind of visioning, and actually seeing it coming in. So there you go. And there's our 3. We didn't get any 9s, which, oh well. But, so the Queen of Wands did come out in reverse. This is an interesting card to end with, because it oftentimes is talking about a person in our life. So upright is talking about somebody who's passionate, who is using their creativity in a positive way. In reverse, it's just talking about somebody who gets a little bit, I don't want to say reckless, but a little bit. So it could be somebody in our environment. This one is throwing me for a loop, so I'm going to go to the guidebook because I want to know more. Let me see. Because, I don't know, I just feel like because the 3 of Wands is here, you could definitely easily turn that Queen upright. But I also do feel it, like, as in, we can't let other people's toxicity get in our way. Like, we have to have our own backs, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. And so, even as you're expanding your vision, be protective of it. And if you see that somebody is trying to, like, naysay and that, you know, oh, that's not possible. And especially if they're passionate about how it's not possible, that's what we call a hater. And haters never prosper. You know, it's true. Like, so, but also just, like, ignore them, you know, because, but one easy way to even prevent this person from kind of even getting a little piece of your vibration is just don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say what you're working on. And I know it's so hard, believe me. I mean, like I told you one of my goals. I didn't tell you all of them. So, but it's like, it's important. It's important to keep some things close to your chest because, you know, we're human. We're not perfect. And people can't, like, it's not that you can't trust people, but it's just that they might mucky up the vibration. And because we live in a vibrational universe, it's good to keep that vibration as pure as possible. And one easy, well, maybe not easy way to do it, but one good way to do it is to keep it to yourself until it happens, and then you can post about it. So yeah, let's see. Where am I? Okay, Queen of Staves in reverse. All right, so they look at it as waiting too long to act. Oh, that's interesting. Not showing the world your talents. Oh, I like this take too, actually. This is interesting. Undermining your authority, lack of self-worth. Wow, it really does come back to that central question. The first one that I remember that my teacher asked, do you feel worthy? So I guess, like, if you don't, what can you do to make yourself feel worthy? That should be like your golden night. Just think of something that can make you feel worthy. But here's the thing, you are. Like, it's like, it's more of a remembering that you are than a question of, like, you are worthy, right? But it doesn't matter unless you feel worthy, because again, we live in a vibrational universe. So if you don't feel what you are, the universe has a hard time grounding your wants and desires because it doesn't believe that you believe. And it's just, it doesn't seem fair sometimes, but this is like the laws of the universe as we know them so far. So I guess, like, one thing you could do is to just, like, ask the universe to, like, give you signs that remind you of your worthiness, because remember, it's already there. You know, and I mean, I think it's okay to look at what you've accomplished so far. And by the way, like, living is an accomplishment, and then like where you want to take it from there, and like think of times where you have felt that. And I think one powerful way to also like kind of train yourself subconsciously is to listen to solfeggio frequencies. So I highly recommend them. So 369 is the root chakra. So that will help you to feel safe and secure and like you belong, which I really think is a good place to start. So I would listen to that. The heart chakra is 639. So that is like harmonizing your relationships. So that's another good place to just play these songs. And I mean, it does the work for you. So that's really nice. It aligns you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like coming into alignment with the frequency of what you want. And it's hard to describe, like, and it's harder, even harder sometimes to do when you overthink it. But it's actually like the universe does it for you if you just play the songs. And it's like, that's the thing. It's like, these are all at our fingertips. They're free on YouTube. You just look up solfeggio frequency 369, and I'll be sure to post about this too. And then the final one, 963, is the crown chakra, and that's your connection to source, to the universe, to the divine. So having those three chakras aligned is really going to help you with this. So that's like one way of like remembering your worth, and then you're part of it. What was I going to say? There was something to do with the body and the 3, 6, and 9. I don't know. I think that was like it. Honestly, I feel like that's it. Let me see if I feel like I've read tarot so many times before, but I want to do more research on that goddess because they don't say so much in the book. But let's just go over these three real quick. So in the guidebook it says, Tibetans believe that the goddess Tara has the power to heal all sorrows and grant all wishes. So it's always a good night to make a wish, frankly. Make a wish. Tara is honored as the protectress against the many fears that block men and women from living in happiness and harmony. Wow. So she's the protectress against like fear. So like, ooh, that reminds me of something my teacher said this week. Only love is real. So if only love is real, then there is nothing to be afraid of. Then all that other stuff isn't. So that's another little mantra you could think of. That one just popped into my head. Tara's honor is the protectress against the many fears that block men and women from living in happiness and harmony. Okay, she has the power to heal all sorrows and grant all wishes. Wow. Yeah, she's beautiful, huh? Meanings: innocence, which protects; new beginnings; optimism, innocence, trust. Okay, so innocence. That's such an interesting word. Well, beginnings are innocent, you know what I mean? And they're pure. And that's what I'm talking about, this pure vibration. But I think the thing that you need to trust is your vision and yourself. That's what I think. Yep. Optimism. Yeah, be optimistic. Because again, if only love is real, then like all the rest of it's an illusion. Whew. That's like kind of blows my mind. But yeah, she said that I think last week, and I was just like, whoa. All right, so let me look at the 3 of staves, and then I think we already looked at the Queen of Wands in reverse. We did. So but we might read it one more time. All right, since we're so close to it here, it's in the same. So fire showed up as I knew it would to give us messages, which happens a lot of times when it's like in the opposite sign, since Taurus is an earth sign. So 3 of staves. Here we go. Look out over a calm sea to the distant mountains. The woman contemplates her plans. Yes, her plans. Like, what do you want? What does it look like? Grasping one of the three staves next to her, she is waiting for her ships to come in, knowing they will bring. That's what it says, knowing they will bring. Okay, means an enterprise about to accumulate in success. So that's a keep going from the universe. This is like the beginning and middle right here. And then this, I think, is the encouragement to actually do it. Like, it's like saying, okay, enough waiting. Nope, 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 nope. Enough waiting. Be the Three of Wands. Like, enough waiting. So there you go. The universe can be impatient, I think, sometimes, because it just wants the best for us. And, like, we sometimes get in our own way because we think that we let fear kind of take over sometimes, which is normal, but it's just like, we've just got to remember, only love is real. Okay, so, but here's the rest of Three of Wands. Okay, so an enterprise about to accumulate in success. The ability to transform goals into realistic action. Boom diggity. So you listen to the solfeggio frequencies. You feel aligned. You do what you need to kind of come into alignment with who you really are. Which is love, which is the universe. We're all a part of this, you know? And then you take action. You know, the ability to transform goals into realistic action. So where can you begin? If this is a risk worth taking, where can you begin? What's next? If it's, okay, so it's a risk worth taking, so then what's step one? Just figure out step one. And then the Queen of Wands just reminds us again that, you know, that we've been waiting a little too long, and it's time for to show the world like what we have to offer. Undermining your authority, lack of self-worth. Undermining your authority, that's interesting. Yeah, that just kind of comes back to like you are the one who gets to make these decisions, not anyone else. And sometimes we can put stuff off on other people who have hurt us, or like things that haven't come to pass. Well, so-and-so did this and that's why this and that. Yeah, but like you're the one who can make the choice of how to move forward from that. Maybe that's all true, but like it doesn't matter because you're the one who has to then pull yourself out of that energy. So-and-so is not going to do it, but you can. So, like, the universe is just kind of, like, reminding you of that. And, yeah, like, you have the power, you know? Sometimes it feels like the message is always the same, which is just that. You are worthy. You do have the power. But it's, like, something that we need to, like, kind of remind ourselves of constantly, because there's... I mean, whether real or imagined, there's other things that I think a lot of us feel are trying to grab for our attention, but just only love is real. Like when you start getting sidetracked, only love is real. And yeah, I would make that the mantra, if you would. And think about all we've overcome thus far. All of our ancestors have overcome. Like, they didn't do that by sitting on their desires. They fought for their desires. They not, maybe fought isn't the right word, but they did. You know, they lived their lives, and that's how they fought for their desires. They lived their dreams. No matter of what came of it, sometimes it was not welcomed because I don't know how to describe it. Because if only love is real, it's a frustrating thing. But this illusion that other people have control over you is false. It's like your choice. And while it's important to live in harmony with each other, as far as like your dreams and things like that, as long as they serve the highest good and you're not hurting anyone, you have control over that. You have control. And sometimes I think we don't want to take control because it's been taken away in the past, and it's scary when we have control, because then we have to be accountable for when it doesn't work out. But it's also like awesome because we have control. So this is talking a lot about free will and just the ability to kind of like step into your power and own it. Own that free will. Like, what are you going to do with that free will? Are you just going to let it sit there? Nah. No, you're going to do something with it. So, it's a pretty deep reading. It's interesting. It really, really is. I don't know how I thought it was going to go. I guess I didn't really think. But it turned out very interesting, and I liked it. Because it served up a lot of truth. Like, I feel like these past couple readings have been, like, you know, you can't say I'm sugarcoating it. Although, sometimes I think that we try so hard not to sugarcoat it when it can be softer. But that's just me being, like, wanting to make it soft, because I think that's easier, and I think that's like kind of the magic of Taurus too. It's a grounded sign, but it can also be very soft, and it looks for the beauty in things, and what you give your attention to grows. So that's why it's so important to not only dream the dream, but live it, because it's gonna grow once you give it attention. So water your seeds tonight, or plant them, you know. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Janine. Plant those seeds. And I know that my teacher would say, I always get it, like, new moons are all about releasing, but then, like, the other part of that is, I would say the releasing part is, like, release the fear, because that is an illusion. Which it feels like crazy to say, like, what do you mean it's an illusion? Well, it feels real to me. I know. I don't know what to say about that. But I promise you, you are capable of fulfilling what you want to do. You are so, so capable. So just, you know, go ahead and start. All right, so I'm going to close the circle now. You're so welcome. Well, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you for being here. You're so welcome. All right, so I'm just going to release the guides and guardians real quick, and then I'm going to post this up and see if anything else extra wants to come out in the post. But gosh, I hope I can even remember something to say in the post, because I feel like it's been like kind of pouring in all day. So we'll see. I'm sure I will. So here we go. If you just want to roll your shoulders back one more time, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to release the guides and guardians. Pull back here. Okay. Guides and guardians of the North element of Earth, thank you for being here tonight to show us that where we are on the scale of give and take, and how we can receive all that we are worthy of inherently by being sentient being on this planet. Thank you for continuing to help us ground our dreams into reality. We release you with gratitude from the circle. Guides and guardians of the West element of water, thank you for being here tonight to show us all that needs to be cleansed and purified, which in a sense is our fears. Please transmute them into courage, and the courage to take that first step onto this path of our dreams. We release you with gratitude from the circle. Guides and guardians of the South element of fire, thank you for showing up tonight to show us that our ships are coming in when we focus on them, that our desires and our intentions are coming in, that we just need to zoom out and see the whole picture, and that we just need to take that first step and start to do the thing that we most desire. We release you with gratitude from the circle. Guides and guardians of the East element of air, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for giving us clear messages that were easy to understand in some ways. But thank you for giving us messages that were deep and talked about expansiveness, which the element of air always talks about, and creating space for all that we desire. We release you with gratitude from the circle. I release all guides and guardians of love and light, and with that, the circle is closed. Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, aho, and so it is. All right. Oh, hey, happy 2021. I just actually finished, but I'm going to post this so you can watch it all. I just want to thank everyone for joining me, and happy new moon in Taurus. I will be putting a post up as well as this IGTV video. So, I really, really appreciate it. And so it is. Thank you so much. Yeah, figure out your step 1 tonight and then do it. All right. I know you can. I have so much faith in you. Keep me updated and let me know if you need a personal reading. I am free Wednesdays and Sundays usually, so just let me know. Send me a direct message. They're only $30. That's my special for the rest of the year, but they're really good. They're pretty much similar to this. I pull 6 cards. And then we do deeper dives where it's necessary. And yeah, all right. But sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon. Happy new moon in Taurus, everyone. Take care.